Yo, it's the Field Bros. So, NBA playoffs, we're here, folks. We got 4 games tomorrow on Saturday, but we're going to start. Our first breakdown was going to be about my team, which plays the only game on Sunday. OKC Thunder at Blazers. This is a 6-3 matchup. OKC is the lower seed, but if you know anything about the NBA, the last decade or so particularly, all these Western Conference teams have comparable records when you're talking about the teams seeded 3 through 8. All these teams' records are within, a half dozen games at the most. Even less, 3 to 4 games. So all these teams' records are comparable. It's about the matchups, not necessarily the seed that these Western Conference teams have that we're looking at here. OKC they're in the same division as Portland. We've beaten them every game this year. We've even withstood a game where Lillard had 50 points, against our team, and we still were able to win that game. We've seen everything this team can throw at us, full strength. We've seen them with Enes Kanter that they signed to replace Nurkic, a dude in Kanter that we used to have, and we chose Adams over him. So we have the advantage right there as well. Also, we have the two best players in the series, undeniably. Lillard's the third best player in this series. McCollum's coming off, and he's banged up right now. And even at full strength, McCollum is not at the same tier player as Damian Lillard, or Russ and Paul for that matter. Now, I think Oklahoma City, we need to sweep this team. This is a team that got swept last year as well. We got upset last year because Melo was on our team messing it up. But we need to sweep this team, and we need the Spurs to win against Denver. Not that the Thunder can't beat Denver, but it'll be easier to play the Spurs. If Oklahoma City can sweep this series, that means we're going to be winning games 3 and 4 at home. And that means if the Spurs win, since they're a 7 seed and we're a 6 seed, that means we can also open the next round at home. So we could potentially have 4 straight home games in the playoffs if things work out right. And then, the Spurs are a team that we can handle in, I believe, 5 games. Spurs will probably win a home game. It's the San Antonio Spurs with Greg Popovich in the playoffs. But these are favorable matchups, people. Oklahoma City's on this lower half of the West bracket where we don't have to deal with Houston or Golden State or even Utah until potentially the Western Conference Finals at the earliest we could see them. So that's great. Let the Warriors and Rockets clobber each other. Let James Harden deal with Donovan Mitchell, who's ridiculous in playoffs, especially at least last year he was. Like, Donovan Mitchell's freaking crazy. But yeah, Oklahoma City, we're in. I like what I see here, folks. I like what I'm seeing. We have really good matchups here. Our path to the conference finals is ideal as it could get. Like I said, if we can sweep the Blazers and the Spurs can knock off the Nuggets, that means no road games in Denver's altitude, and we'd be the higher seed against the Spurs, which means we'd open the next series at home. So we can close this series at home and open the next one at home. Get that 4 straight home games in there. That's rare that you see that in playoffs. So that's really what we need. 4 of our first 6 games to open at home and get off to a hot start in these playoffs. But yeah, that's what we're going to go with for our first breakdown of this series. It's not as, I think there's going to be better series in the first round that'll have longer reviews. This is just 4 minutes here. So I'll probably jump to the Rockets and Jazz next. Later, folks.